Okay, I had a couple people ask me about the square coon that I stretched, square like back in the old days, how the fur buyers bought them. I actually can show that when it's done, but I don't want to move the camera. I just want to start this part of the process. But this here is a freshly fleshed raccoon, and I'm just gonna put it back on. I didn't want it to dry out. I'll put it back on the board and show you kind of how I started this. Okay, first thing you're gonna want to do, and just want to start by saying I am no expert at this. I did it one time. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna show you what I did because it turned out okay. I do have most of the bottom jaw cut off of this coon, but you just want most of the bottom lip off, I should say. Okay. And you can make your legs a little shorter than what they are, because I actually pulled them out, and tacked them and cut them off again. So, and then you just kind of, if you ever case skinned a beaver, fleshed it, case skin, and then split it down the middle. That's kind of the same idea. Okay. Just cut her right down to the bottom. Okay, now, here I don't know if it's the correct way to do it or not, but I just went from the middle and split those legs out, like so. That was done. And the same with that one. Just cut straight in. That was done. Make your final cut here, up to where the lip was, and your raccoon is ready to try to stretch square. So what I'll do is, when I move the camera, I'm going to show you that finished product real quick, and then I'll move the camera on the beaver board and kind of show you how I did that. That's what they kind of look like finished. I just used 2 fur tacks to tack it up there on my shed door, but I'll go back a little bit. But they look pretty cool. I just think they look really neat, the old school way of stretching coon. And if anybody remembers the old NTA patches, that was a square stretch raccoon with a trap in it, if I remember right. But I'm gonna move over here in the beaver board. I just tack it out with nails in the beaver board, and just kind of show you what I do. Like I said, I only ever did, that's the first one I ever did. I don't really know what I'm doing. But a bunch of guys asked me, so I'll do my best to just show you what I did. Okay, guys and girls, I was gonna originally show you how I just did this from start to finish, but I realized I can't hold people's attentions a lot of times for 4 minutes when I'm giving out game-changing information. Nobody's gonna want to sit and watch me tack out this coon because I'm slow and not very good at it. So I just want to show you, this is how far I wanted to show you how far I would go until I started trimming. This is actually going to be more square than the original one I did. The first one I did was more rectangle. But I'm going to show you a trick I just came up with now. What was happening before, when I would try to make it more square, the head was bunching up. So if you can see, I stretched the head down and put a nail through each of the ears, and that helps keep the head more flat. I also put a nail in the tip of the nose. And just, it's hard to explain when to stop. You just got to work at it till you think you have a pretty good square shape. But I want to show you this. This is going to be part of the leg on either side here. And that's going to be the first thing I'm going to trim off. Very little. I might actually, nope, that's all I'm going to have to trim. Because I cut them legs short when it was over on the board. I don't have to take very much off. And I'm just going to keep going down. And I'll have to deal with them back legs. I'll have to do a little bit more trimming on them. But I'm going to keep going. And, show you kind of how this turns out. Like I said, pinning, nailing those ears, stretching the head back and nailing them ears makes a difference. And then this is that little bit is the first I'm going to actually trim. So, okay, as you can see, I kept nailing it down, nailing that side down till you get to the back legs. And this is kind of the trick I learned. When you get to the back legs, just pull the two corners out and nail it there. Pull the two corners of the back legs out and nail it there. And I'm just going to take my razor blade and cut that square. You're more or less cutting the back legs off. That's all the other trimming I did on the front legs, and there was a little corner. Pull. There's going to be a corner here. That's going to be your back corner of your square. You don't pull that super tight because you're never going to, you just kind of want a nice square shape. So you just pull it back a little bit that you have some slack, and you can pull that down. But I will cut those off and finish tacking that and show you guys what this is going to look like when it's done. And there's your finished product. It's the back legs and a little bit of the front legs I trimmed off. It's pretty nice and square. Tack the tail out so that dries. You just got to kind of do it. Work with it and do it. Like I said, the only tips I can really give you are pull them legs straight out, tack them, and, put two nails in along the straight line of the square before you cut them off. And the real key to doing these to get them good and square is put two nails in them, stretch that head back and put two nails in them ears. That's that. Like I said, I want to show you. I'll show you the finished product one last time there. All right, till next time.